Hi there, welcome to another exciting session on Azure AD Connect step-by-step uninstallation. So we're going to uninstall the complete AD Connect so that we can roll back the entire identities to on-premises Active Directory. So the first step, if you can see in the previous lectures, we have already synced up, and I'm going to actually use some of the PowerShell commands to install the required modules, and opposed to that I'm going to run some of the commands to remove the AD Connect specific synchronization by setting to false state, and as well as to uninstall the from the control panel AD Connect tool. At that point we can go back to Azure portal, and then we can simply remove the either identities, or you can actually change them back to only cloud only. So that's how we can do it. So step one would be the install module. So there's a module which is required in order to connect or work with anything to do with the Azure Active Directory. So there's a whole module. So I'm going to install this module for third party. So it might ask for us to press E, that is from an untrusted repository. Yeah, as I said, untrusted repository here, we need to press as E. In case if you are not able to view the screen properly, I'm going to increase the screen size. I'm sorry for that. I could have done it early, but I don't do normally on a domain controller. So this is going to install. As a next step, I'm going to save my credentials, that is my global admin credentials, in a variable within PowerShell. And you can simply use a variable, any of the variable name, and then pass a command called get hyphen credentials. So here I'm just going to paste my password and user ID, and later point I'm going to save it. So that way it's going to save it. And what happens next step? So the next step would be definitely I have to connect. So I'm going to connect it. So it's done. Now I'm going to connect to MS Online services, which is nothing but Azure AD specific again, with that provided credentials, and followed by I have to actually uninstall basically this AD Connect tool. So I'm going to close that AD Connect tool, go to affis.cpl, which is nothing but add and remove programs, or you call it as a programs and features, and then select the AD Connect tool and just do the uninstall. So what happens is it actually pops up you a window where you need to select all other components that's gonna uninstall. So if I just click on that, it's actually taking in the backend a new window wizard came. So I just have to click on uninstall Azure AD Connect. That's it. So it's gonna actually do all the installation part, including the SQL and AD Sync engine, all of that stuff. But this is not going to actually stop the synchronization. You're just uninstalling. So tomorrow if you again reinstall it, it's gonna do that sync process. So we need to actually pass a command that would actually set the synchronization to state to false. So we have a specific command that needs to be executed. So that's nothing but a EnableDirSync. If you see here, this is the command which you need to set it to false. So I'm going to do that right away. So by clicking on yes button, it sets. If you want to check the status, so instead of set, you can use a get. So guess Get-MSOL directory specific status, whether it is enabled or not. So here you can see as a false. So let's go back to Azure AD specific portal, and then we'll have a look on it there. So I'll just go back to Azure AD here and point to Azure Active Directory, and if I see the users, still the users will be there. You are not going to actually delete them at this point of time, but the users are there. What we have done is we have only on-premises to cloud, we stop the synchronization path. Now as a next step, would we actually go back to Azure AD, and I'll show you the users. So you can see here a lot of users are there. So in this case, my AZ Cloud or maybe Cloud only account, a lot of users are available. And if you see the status, AD Connect status, its sync is not enabled, and it was never run the sync for a domain name called msssguru.com. So what we are going to do is now, as a next step, I don't want this domain. So think that since we have already spoken earlier or explained at the beginning of this video that we not just the sync status, we also we want to take out this domain name back. So you can't take it directly. All you have to do is you have to go to users and change all the users user principal names to your tenant name or some other verified domain name. Then only you can take this, and also make sure that this msssguru.com should not be a primary domain name when you create the user accounts. So that's how you have to do it. So I'll just show you one quickly. Maybe I'll just go to one of the user account, and here you see here all that user principals has to be taken out wherever you have the msssguru. So in this case, you just have to change the UPN name, or you can delete if you don't need that user accounts anymore. In case if it was a lab, then you can do it. But before that, I wanted to make my tenant name as a primary. So I'll just go there and make it as a primary. So that becomes as my primary tenant. So the meaning msssguru.com can be deleted. But you think you really can delete? No. You see here it says that groups are okay, applications okay, but not the users. You have to remove user references. Either you have to change the UPN names as we talked, or we have to delete it. Let's say if I want to delete, I'll just simply go back or change that UPN name, or click on a delete button, and so I'll just take one user account. So simply change this status to my tenant name and save it. So the user should use next time when he try to log in, my tenant name he should be using. And if you see here, directory synchronization account, this is coming from your AD Connect tool when it was synced, right? So this can be deleted definitely. You don't need to change anything here. So I've done that, and I'm going to change even my global admin account also. So when I try to log in again, I have to use my tenant name. So I've done all that part. If I try to delete now, I have here all the checkboxes. Yes, click on delete. That's actually gonna delete it. And if you have any other domains like that, you can do it. That's it. That makes sense for us. Now we can log off and log in. Try to log in with the msssguru. It says that hey, you're trying to log in with it wrong because it's not it's not finding anything. So you just have to use your tenant name because we have changed as the admin user ID the UPN name. So that's how it's gonna work. If you really like it, please give a thumbs up and make a comment. And if you're looking for any kind of training, you can reach me out. I have made a Google form to make it more interactive in case if you want to reach me. Thank you.